Good afternoon and welcome back to another edition of the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and today we have two members from the New American Association of Massachusetts. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much for inviting us.
And so could you just quickly introduce yourselves, your name, and then your title within the organization?
Sure. My name is Natasha Soolkin. I'm an executive director of the New American Association of Massachusetts.
My name is Paola Colunga. I'm Citizenship Tutor and Coordinator of Programs.
Great. And we'll start off by saying quickly, Natasha, you said you want to just give a brief overview of what your organization does, like what your main goal is.
Absolutely. So first of all, the New American Association of Massachusetts is a non-profit organization. We are located in the very well-known place in Lynn, in Clock Tower building on Lynnway. And what we do there, we work with new Americans, that's obvious from the name of the organization, and we help them, we support people who come to the country as immigrants, refugees, who receive political asylum in the country with support, all kinds of support. We, I think, to describe it, I feel like what we're doing, the core, the mission, the idea of what we do is to provide them with some kind of tools to go through the adjustment to their new home better and to feel better and to make the United States and Massachusetts their home. And whatever we do, English classes, and whatever we offer, employment services, children after-school program, citizenship program, wellness groups, we do it with this in mind. We want people to be strong and to make it and to make adjustment a little bit less stressful and bumpy.
Great. And you mentioned the Citizenship Program, and Paula, you began in some of these classes and now you help tutor them. Do you
Yes,
talk about that?
I am starting beginning like a student of a citizenship program. So then few months, past few months, so that teacher asked me, Paola, can you help me with some students because you are ready? I was like, okay. So and then become a tutor. The last year, so Natasha give me a big job. So right now I am a case manager of the ESL classes and financial class and wellness groups. So I am a coordinator about everything programs in them.
But main thing is definitely citizenship.
It's the best program we have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it certainly sounds like a big program you have. So what kind of things does it offer? You mentioned classes, and then you help them prepare for the citizenship exam?
Exactly, yeah. So first
interview,
yes.
Yeah, definitely. So if I may just, first of all, it's an application assistance. It's a big process and it's complicated process, and people don't have to do it on their own. We're supporting them to put together applications, to make referrals to some, like if they need legal assistance and applying for fee waivers, for disability waivers. So that's a big part of it. And even bigger is our classes, because it's learning English through very important topics.
History
and
civics.
And
civics questions, and then prepare for the interview.
The interview at the end. And who would be eligible for these classes?
So every person have a green card. So in different cases, when you get married with a citizen, so you can wait only 3 years for apply, and if you apply in different thing, so you have to wait 5 years, and you then can become a citizen.
For the classes it's themselves, I mean, for the application, legal assistance, yeah, you have to be very close to the time when you need to apply. But for the citizenship classes, you basically can join the class when you have a green card, and you have a little bit English, because it's like needs to be some point from which you're gonna learn. So, and we provide the testing and assessments, and yeah. And Paula's role is specifically focused on these applications to prepare people not to get nervous when they're gonna go through the test through these questions, right?
I try to help my students.
Yeah, she does a great job.
Yeah.
Because I can only imagine having to do that. I'd be very nervous about, well, I get nervous about tests in general, but it's such a big process, and you try to help them make it, you said, as smooth a transition as possible.
Exactly. It is a long process, and it is intimidating. People get nervous because of it is a test, it is an interview, right? And you're going to this big USAS building, and so, but we are trying to make it kind of less stressful, and to show them that there is also beauty of subject, learning about history and civics.
I thought
right?
they feel comfortable when they go into the interview. So this is my best job. So.
Yes, that's your job. And one of the things you mentioned, I think it was on here, was your approach, like how you do things, how you work with people who've just entered the country or are trying to get to citizenship. So kind of what is that relationship like?
Definitely. I think the citizenship is kind of the very last thing we in the path towards adjustment, kind of, like it's the top, event. But towards that, we're trying, I mean, I think what we're doing at the center at our place is we're trying to create the environment where people are comfortable and welcomed. And I think from their first steps in the country, it's very important for both immigrants, and we know what it is to see the welcoming faces, to see the place where people are always happy to see you and trying their best to their ability to help you. So that's probably the approach. We have the best team, absolutely wonderful, compassionate and passionate people who are working every day trying to improve things, communication with our clients, communication with each other, how we do, what we offer. And we are growing, and I think that's who we are.
Mm-hmm. You run so many programs. It's so impressive. And one of the specific ones you mentioned, I have a few pictures of, is a course you're running specifically for, you said it was Afghan women who've come here?
Yes, definitely. It's a very special and unique program. It's a pilot program we started not so long ago. So we are serving people who came in the fall of 2021, came from Afghanistan, and they are, most of them, they're working, at least one family member is working, and we are trying to help women in these families to become stronger in what we do. They have lots of skills, but the way historically and traditionally they were applying these skills were mostly at home, and they were never kind of even thinking about making some income, generating some income for their families, and we show them that's very much possible with the skills they have. So on Sundays, every Sunday, we offer our center, our office space for these women to come with their children, and we provide them with self-programming and job skills training, where they make dresses, they make gifts, they make little souvenirs, and they're absolutely beautiful and amazing. And we have some of their photos, just a few of them, how they make things. They're learning to make them perfect, so they would be sellable. And we have very good results already. So they were already attended a few craft shows and art shows, and things are sold. So they get this feeling that they can do things, make things happen.
Yeah, the feeling that they have these skills and they are applicable in a world where they can make a profit out of them.
Absolutely, absolutely. So it's probably a very new feeling for them to be able to participate in this earning for the whole families, yeah. So we kind of trying to boost this energy in them, and it's working. They are wonderful, absolutely wonderful group of people. And on top of that, this place, the New American Association, New American Center, we call it, it's a very good place for them to come, to socialize, to bring their kids, to be, like comfortable. So that's what we treasure.
Another element to that, and one last quick thing I'll ask is, and you mentioned it before, you do a lot of partnerships and coordinating with other organizations as well. As you said, it's a very long process, so you can help them, but then there's also other organizations that you can also connect them with to help with additional things.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have incredible partners locally. We work very closely with the city of Lynn, and we're very grateful for this partnership. It's working wonderfully. We are able to do things we were not able to do before. We provide interpreting services. We provide trainings and such. We have an absolutely incredible funder, Office for Refugees, Massachusetts Office for Refugees and Immigrants, and we work with them closely. Lynn Public Schools, we've been partnering with them forever and ever. One of the programs Paul is in charge is our Lynn Public Schools class, the classes for parents of children attending Lynn Public Schools. So it's going very well. Another partner I should mention, Essex County Community Foundation, absolutely incredible, newly kind of found partner, and many others. United Way, they give us resources, they give us power to do things, they give us trust to do things differently and to reach out to different communities.
That's always fantastic. You make the links, the connections, and it all benefits the people that you're helping.
Absolutely. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Oh, you're welcome. And I'll ask, is there anything else you wanted to mention about the organization and the programs before I was going to wrap it up?
Well, I think all the programs are kind of interconnected. That's the first thing we say to people we recruit, we find, because we want new clients who come our way to be able to take advantage of everything we offer, and we make sure they do. So if we can't help for different reasons that, like things are out our capacity and ability, we always do our best to refer people somewhere where they might be helped better. So that's probably what I wanted to add, right?
Yeah, I have to say, New American Association is a family.
Yeah. It does. It definitely sounds like one. And I want to thank you again for coming on to talk about it. To really
thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And once again, this has been the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and we will see you next week with more guests.